So, today I want to talk about Buchla style filters. Now, there is sort of this weird perception that Buchla doesn't use filters. You can make an argument that the low pass gates are filters, even though I consider them to be more of a VCA. Now, there is one straight up Buchla filter already in VCV, and it's called the Spectra. This one, you might have seen that one. That is a commercial module, and it is based on the Buchla 296, on the old 296. Now, if any Buchla fans are watching, the 296E is a little bit different, but the Spectra is absolutely amazing and incredible. And if you want to spend money on VCV, if you want to get a cool unique plugin, you should really get this filter. But we're not talking about the Spectra today, because we're making something that is also very cool, also very West Coast Buchla-like, but completely free. And it is the Buchla 291. And the 291 is a bandpass filter. Now, there are two different versions. There's the original 291 and the 291E. And the 291E is interesting because it is a triple morphing filter that has its own sort of sequencer built into it. And we're only going to make one voice because, well, if you want to have a triple morphing filter, you can simply copy and paste it. So, all the modules that we'll be using are from Bog Audio, and if I'm going to just use that filter, and we'll use the VCF. This VCF is one of my favorite ones because it is so flexible. You can do so much funky stuff with it, and it has a low pass filter, a high pass filter, and a band pass filter, and a band reject, or a notch filter. You can set this amount of slopes that you want to have, so 4 poles would be your typical Moog filter, but we want to set that to 6. And this is going to be very, very finicky because you can set those very precisely, but if you just simply right click, you can type in your number. So 6 poles, there we go. And when we're using a bandpass filter, we don't have resonance, we have bandwidth. And what we'll be using is we're going to put the bandwidth to 100%. So this time I'll be actually using my Buchla Music Easel, the complex oscillator, and we should have a sound. We do. But since it's only a sine wave, it really disappears quickly. So I'm gonna make the sound more complex and a little higher. Okay, that is a lot more complex now. And you can hear the bandpass filter. And the change in the bandwidth. Cool. But what makes the 291 so special is its sequencer, and we need 2 of those, and it's the ADDR from Bog Audio, and we have 1 for volt per octave and the other one for bandwidth. Now the cool thing about Bog Audio is that you can set your ranges. So for the volt per octave, I'm just going to stay from plus to minus 10 volt. But for the bandwidth, I'll be using 0 to 10 volts. And what I also really like is that you can use a simple crossfader, this one here, and have it basically as an aux effect. So if you have it on A, you have only the mixed signal, the filtered signal on B, and on B you have the dry signal. Now, that is basically a morphing filter. If we now use our trusty pulsar, as usual, randomize all of our steps, go to 8 steps, forward, select one, at the clock, we are now going through snapshots of this filter. And bring the sound back up. And of course, we can adjust the main controls as well. Now there's even more cool features to this filter, and that is that you can FM it. With the 291E you can FM it, you can AM it, and I think you can ring modulate it. Here unfortunately we can only do one thing, but it's still a really, really cool sound. And you can also use CV to change the main frequency. And if you use an LFO, let's use the one with Bog Audio again. Open the attenuator and add and you see, just from a one complex signal, you can get a lot of freaky variety. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye!